welcome back. My name is GG Fizz. How y'all doing today? Thanks so much for joining on ARK Survival Scorched Earth Building Series with Fizz. How y'all doing today? So we are finally done with the Villa, Castle, Fortress, Desert, Adobe, Jerboa thingaladooler that we have made, and it's pretty much been exactly almost 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks? 3.5 almost. It's almost been an exact month. And I will say, this is probably one of the biggest and most impressive projects I've done in a long time, and I'm very happy with it. So what we're gonna do is just go over it really quickly, I guess, and then we'll do just a little flyby. As you can tell, the FPS is nuts. It's barely able to run. That's because of all the extra detail work I did with adding Jerboas and all the chests and all the cannons and ballistas and all this other stuff. All the little detail stuff adds so much more lag, and it's pretty incredible. Also, down below, you can look at the speed builds. There'll be parts speed builds. So first part will be like part 1 through 12, and then there's also step-by-step builds, which are the entire live stream, because we built this during every single live stream I have done. So if you have a question on how to build it, go to one of the parts and you'll be able to figure that out. I might actually make its own playlist as well, be called the Fortress, Adobe Fortress, Jerboa Fortress, or something like that. Anyways, it's pretty laggy, and hopefully we can get through this. So I guess we might as well just go from the top. So as you can tell, this is a kind of a kingdom. We kind of went with the idea, the stream and I, that pretty much this is a colony of Jerboas that have pretty much lived here for centuries or forever, and they've pretty much made a entire castle with a town and whatnot, and pretty much it's like kind of a steampunk because there is electricity, but there also is still like a medieval kind of theme. They do worship dragons, or the wyverns if you call, so their kind of symbol, their flag is the dragon and such. And yeah, so we have 2 sections, or 3 sections technically, if we look at it. The one on the left is the wealthy area, which is right over here, wealthy district. We have the main castle or keep itself, which is right in the middle of everything. And then we have the poor section with the middle class section and the working class kind of section and stuff in this general area. This is pretty much the biggest area. It combines 2 classes together. And also we do have a wizard tower. Wizard tower is it's okay. We'll take a look at that. It's not the best thing I built, but it was something I wanted to make. So anyway, so let's take a look. Let's go from wealthy. Let's go wealthy down, and then you can see. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's go over here. Let's take a look at the wizard tower first. So the wizard tower is it's not too bad. It kind of reminds me of the orbital, for the most part, but it's not too bad. I kind of wish I got rid of the windows, but as you can tell, ARK only has like a certain, it's the only windows it has, and obviously this is all vanilla. There's not a single mod in this, so props to me for building everything in vanilla. And what I mean about vanilla is literally it is the default game. I use the commands all defaultly. I did not build, like, I didn't go out and harvest this crap. That's not the purpose of the series. The purpose of the series was to show you how to build and examples and give you some ideas and stuff, and that's pretty much what the entire thing. I have a separate series for the survival series, so if you bitch or complain in the comments, well, pretty much I don't care, because this is what the whole series is about, is to show you and explain and have, like, you know, experiment on exactly how to build in this game, because no one else does it on YouTube, so I am that person. Anyways, so the wizard tower, it's okay, not the best thing. I kind of went with a square with the dinosaur doors and this thing and whatever. I don't know, it's okay. There's only one way to get up to it, which is a wyvern or a bird or whatever, or pteranodon or whatever and such. And it's kind of like, it's if you've played World of Warcraft, there's a wizard tower in Stormwind, and when you go inside it's massive, but on the outside it's very small. It's pretty much the same thing. You go inside, it looks pretty small, but in the inside it's humongous. It's pretty much a massive, like, it could be its own fortress and castle itself because of how big it is in the inside with the magic and stuff. But I don't know, it's cool. I like to hear. Do you like that, guys? Hopefully you like it. Kind of cool, in my opinion. Whereas one of the entranceway, so this is the entranceway next to the wizard tower. It's kind of like a back entrance or a side entrance. Every entrance has a golem kind of thing, rock golem. You know, why not? And also it's got some flags and whatnot. I didn't put any detail into the wall. The reason why is just because of the lag. I mean, as you can tell, the lag is pretty terrible at the moment. So if I tried to do anything like that, it'd be pretty bad. But anyway, so here we go. So here is the middle class, and the middle class market. Now the market is used for the high class as well, the wealthy class, and the poor and medium. It's pretty much the main market area for this entire castle theme. I choose to paint the middle class around purple, green, orange, blue, and I think red, right? Yes, red as well, to represent, to break up the colors, because everything was kind of looking the same. To be honest, it was all looking like the wall, and I could not handle that. So anyway, so we could take a look at this real quick. So here is the market. Everything is paused right now for the Jerboas, and the reason why is obviously the lag situation that we have going on. But here's the market. We have exotic, cool dodos. Obviously, you can't get dodos in the Scorched Earth expansion, but hey, they imported them from the other map, so they can sell them here for good profit. They're good. Jerboas love to eat dodos, so it's a good thing. Over here, which is one of my favorites, and I know a lot of people, this is like the brewing area, and this is like a brew cow. It holds all the alcohol and brew that the people have been brewing all over the world of Scorched Earth. You know, I don't know, this land, you'd say. So it's pretty funny. Pretty funny selling their beer and stuff. Over here is a auction for the broken cannon for one of the wars. This old person keeps trying to sell it, can't sell it, so it's pretty much just been here forever, and he kind of made his own little thing connected to his house to sell it. Pretty funny. I don't know, I like to add a little story to a lot of stuff that I do, just to give it more character and, you know, have it a little bit more fun. Over here is the artifact. This is rip-off artifacts. They're all fake, so you try to buy them, it's pretty much won't work. So it's kind of a pawn shop kind of thing. It's kind of funny. I don't know, it was a suggestion during the stream when we were building this. It was pretty funny. Over here, flag shop, fake flags, as you know, very fake. None of them are real, so they're pretty much mass-produced. The only real ones are in the castle. We'll take a look at the castle in a minute. Yeah, you can buy your fake flags for your favorite brew mother or your boss arena or whatever. Over here is pretty much just vases and mirrors that don't work. They're just black mirrors. Okay, thank you, game. Over here we have gravestones. I mean, obviously, if you play ARK, lots of stuff dies, a lot. So here you can buy lots and lots of gravestones or anything, and you got, you know, little booklets and stuff that you can buy and stuff. Also, I wanted to take a look at, we have lots of these market things are kind of differently. So here we have a very small one. This is the biggest one that we have, which is really cool. I try to make it like a medieval looking market, but obviously it's kind of hard to do something like that in ARK. As well as it's in the desert, so yeah, I try to do something like that. Anyways, over here we have a kind of a wood shop selling chairs and benches and tables and whatnot. Pretty cool. Nice little building as well. And then we go back over here. This is the paint shop. When you're in spectate mode, you can't see the paintings, so I didn't even bother. We are in spectate mode. There's no body for me, so I can't like actually see. Spectate mode disables paintings as well as flags, colors, I don't know why, and signs. I don't know. Who knows why? That's ARK's problems. ARK dev's problems. But anyways, here we have is a little painting, little shack, little thing. I don't know. Sell your famous art, whatnot. Over here, this one's one of my favorites. Got the most detailed to it. Is the kind of, I don't know, cooking brews and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe it's cooking dumplings. Ooh, desert dumplings. Maybe that's a thing. Who knows? Make it up. It's a little cooking shack. Pretty funny. Pretty cool. I like it. And then this one's really funny. So this one is a all alchemy building. Used to have a shop in front, but then the building kind of blew up, and he kind of turned himself, Jerboa turned himself into a raptor skeleton. So yeah, so that's a little story on that. And obviously it kind of painted it to be kind of burnt looking and everything. And it looks destroyed, but it kind of fits with the theme. It used to be a house, but now it's just a whole shop selling alchemy stuff and potions and whatnot. It's pretty funny, pretty cool. And let's see. Over here, the last one we have for the market. So here's the target, dummy, and musical stuff. I mean, I wish there was more musical stuff in the game, but there isn't. So pretty much that's all they sell is one drum and a target dummy, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so that's the market itself. As you can tell, there's a lot of different kind of unique buildings around it as well. Try to go with the theme and whatnot. it's pretty cool. I really am happy with this market, and I can't wait to expand for more markets, stuff in the future. Next, let's go over here. This is the blacksmith building slash forge building. This is pretty much where everything is made for metal and whatnot. The blacksmith, open blacksmith shop outside, like right here. You can take a look. Pretty basic. It's got two like furnaces. It's got a bunch of forges and smithies and whatnot. Pretty cool. Got some more housing. This is like a demented looking house because I forgot to finish it. Over here, they make a lot of cannons as well. So there's a lot of cannons around it. But yeah, so here's the forge building itself, which is pretty cool. It's not too bad. I mean, I tried to do something different. I would have changed next time is put the two, what the hell is this called? Chimneys. I would have put the chimneys probably in the middle next time. Just to give it a different kind of feel. But it's not too bad. I guess we'll take a look at that real quick. Around it. It's not a bad building. Not bad. It's not too bad. And there's a lot of cannons. Like, they make a lot of cannons. So, yeah. Main defense of the kingdom is cannons and ballistas. The reason why cannons are good to get rid of the rock golems outside, as well as ballistas are good to take down dragons if they're coming to invade. And also, we'll go over why the dragons and stuff later on. And we have, obviously, a bunch of little rock golems that are used for the forge to bring in heavy, like, metal and whatnot. They can bring it in real quick and drop it down in the forge and start cooking it. And, you know, I don't know. It's just a story. A little story. And over here, we just got a lonely little dragon. Obviously, the whole theme of the whole place is the dragon. They worship the dragon god or the dragons or whatnot. And so there's dragon flags everywhere. And also, some of them do have dragons. Although dragons are a rare thing, as in, it's very hard to get them. So whoever has a dragon usually works for the army. If they don't, then they usually get killed because they take the dragon from them and use the dragon for the army. Usually what happens in this kingdom of Jerboas. They're vicious little guys. Over here is a back entrance. Back entrance that never got ever finished because, you know, it's whatever. I mean, it kind of got destroyed in a war, but then they never finished it because they've been in peace for many years. I don't know. You can make up a whole story about anything. I'm just making stuff up right now, but we've been talking about this during the live streams and builds and stuff. So I kind of have a story in my head of what happened, what is like the whole plot of this entire city and whatnot, and that's pretty much what I think about sometimes when I build stuff. Pretty cool. So another entrance, pretty cool. Go over here, got some more housings and whatnot, and I really wish I could make roads, but obviously, I mean, this is the best I could do for a road, kind of pretty much making a general area for it. Not too bad. Over here is one of the most interesting things, I would say. This is a kind of prison slash execution area where pretty much they hang and kill and murder and, you know, anything that you do wrong in the city, you pretty much end up here. There's hangings, and then there's like the gallows, chopping the head off. That's you can't do that in ARK. The blade, you can't make a blade, so it's pretend it's not there. It's like under, it's getting refixed, you know, maybe it cut someone's head off and it broke the blade or something. I don't know. Who knows? Just pretend that's there. And also there's a witch burning area. So if there's any witches, they burn the witches and stuff. And yeah, it's a cute little area, I will say. It's very devilish, I will say, as well. But I had fun making it, so I think it's pretty funny. And then we go back over here. So as you can tell where the middle class meets the poor class. So we'll take a look at the rest of the middle class. As you can tell as well, the middle class, a lot of them have some water storage as well as dragon flags. The water storage, pretty much like, that's pretty much gold is water as an in general thing. So if you have water, you can pretty much survive here. So, but we'll take a look at these houses. I mean, these houses are pretty much very generic. They're pretty much remade a lot of the time. Try to not to, but it's pretty hard to make the same building over and over again. Trying to make it different, but you know, there's a bunch of different housings and stuff and whatnot. It's just trying to make it feel like a city, and I think I accomplished that pretty much on that. Alright, so let's take a look at the last section over here. I'm starting to crack my voice. This is the poor section. Now, obviously, if you have a kingdom, you always gotta have peasants, and here's pretty much the peasants little area, which is basically a bunch of thatch and adobe buildings and whatnot, and they just pretty much shove a bunch of crap together to build their houses and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like I mean, it really looks like it's very different from the regular housing. I mean, look at that. It's so different. I like it a lot. it makes it makes it feel really cool. And obviously there's like just trash, it's just crap. It just looks like crap, to be honest. It literally is supposed to look like crap, and it looks like crap, and I'm very happy with that. Say what you want, it's supposed to look like this. It's pretty funny. And then over here we have the only and one church, which is the Dragon Church, which is pretty cool. We did a video on that and the speed build on that as well. Very simple. I didn't do the interior because I didn't want to lag anymore, to be honest. I mean, I'm sick of lagging. But yeah, it's a pretty cool, interesting church. I looked up Adobe churches, and apparently this is kind of like what they look like, except for this is a little different. The little tower thing is a little bit different than what this is. And we got the backside and whatnot. I don't know. It's cool. I like the church. Really like it. So anyway, so that is pretty much the middle class and poor area. And we also have another entrance right here. We'll take a look at that. Got a little entrance. Pretty cool. Got Jerboas. We got Jerboas everywhere. There's so many of them. Yeah, so that is the poor class, middle class, in the Wizard Tower area. Pretty cool. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. I think I did a pretty good job, and hopefully you enjoyed that little thing. Here on the other side of the castle itself, or the fortress, whatever you want to call it, is the Wealthy District. Now, the Wealthy District only has 2 houses, and the story for that is one of them controls all the oil around this general area, and the other one controls the mining operation. So obviously, pretty much it's kind of a monopoly happening. Pretty much only 2 owners own pretty much both of the things. So there is no room for other rich people, because there's no way for other people to get rich in this entire economy. It's kind of cool. Anyways, so we have 2 different kind of houses. They're just houses, to be honest. I just really wanted to experiment on kind of like a solid little house, little building and stuff, and I think I did a pretty good job. I don't usually build like this. I have done in the past, but I really don't. The kind of the triangle, or whatever the hell you call this, hexagon without the dinosaur doors. I usually don't build like that because it's really annoying. But I don't know, it's pretty cool. So I guess we'll take a flyby around that little house. I mean, it's not too bad. Not too bad. It's just something different. Something different to break up the area, to make it look kind of cool and unique. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. And also we got the wall and whatnot. Pretty cool. Also, there is a greenhouse. Greenhouse is used for the rich people, for other crops. And over here, this is the second house. This one is one of my favorites. The reason why, it's got another courtyard. It's pretty much courtyard in a courtyard. There's a courtyard over there and the courtyard here. It's pretty cool. Also, I messed up on my painting. Whoops. Can't be perfect, boys. Can't be perfect. But yeah, it's another kind of different, unique looking house. I like it. It's not too bad. Very different from a lot of stuff. And as you can tell, I do not like to build the same thing twice. And if I do, I try to change it as much as possible. But yeah, so I don't know. I would live in this house. It's a pretty cool house, in my opinion. Very nice looking house. I guess we'll take a look at the courtyard. The courtyard's pretty cool as well. And obviously, there's no detail work in the houses in general, in the inside, but just a little bit here and there. And messed up my paint. Whoops. That's fine. I don't know. It's pretty cool. And also, we did paint it purple. It's because it was a suggestion in the comments or during the chat for to make it like represent of the rich community. Because in Roman time, apparently they had purple houses or whatnot for roofs to represent that. But or like the clothing was purple and stuff. I don't know. It's a cool concept, I think, and whatnot. And also, there's a bunch of windmills and a dragon. Like I said, the windmills, it's kind of like a, did I say that? Oh no, I probably haven't. It's kind of like a steampunk area, community kind of thing. Like they have power and stuff, but it's such a rare thing to get because if you don't have the money, you can't make it. So whoever has the money to make it, you can pretty much have power and power your own things and whatnot, which is pretty funny. Pretty cool. Lastly, we have the main castle itself, or the fortress. Castles represent of the king and the queen and his family, her family, and all the knights and whatnot, and you know, all the Jerboa knights and whatnot, and everything, like, you know, all the war stuff related, and we'll go over that. So as you can tell, on the outside it's pretty much a war zone. You got some ballistas, cannons, and dragons. As you can tell, what I said earlier is pretty much the main defense is ballistas to take out dragons, and cannons is to take out the rock golems, because you never know, rock golems like, oh, that wall looks tasty, I want to eat some of it. You never know. I don't know, something funny. They do have a mass, like, they do have a lot of cannon storages, because they've learned over the years that the golems can pretty much eat the cannons really quickly, so they have a lot of extra cannons just in case something actually does happen like that. The dragons are usually used for the Jerboa knights. If you see a dragon, that means the Jerboa knight owns it and uses it for the defense of the castle or the offense of the castle, depending on what they're doing and stuff. Anyways, pretty cool little story, little back there. I don't know. Over here, it's pretty much the training grounds. The bunch of Jerboas are getting ready for training exercise and whatnot. They use the target dummies and whatnot. I was going to put more stuff, but then, as you can tell, the FPS is getting really bad. Every time I add something, it's pretty much half a frame that goes bye-bye. So I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm just going to record and call it good. I would like to add a little bit more detail, maybe, but it's just too much lag. Maybe one day when they fix the lag problem with big structures like this, maybe, who knows. Anyways, so the castle itself, the keep, has two entrances on either side. Here's one of the main entrances right here to go through. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. And then the other one is on the other side, which is right here. This is connecting the rich area. It's pretty much the only way to get in. There is another front way to get in, but this is pretty much the barracks. This building right here, this whole main building right here, this is pretty much the barracks. This is where everything, like all the Jerboa for the army lives. They train, sleep, you know, do all their stuff. It's pretty much in this general giant building area, separate from the castle itself. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. I don't know. We could go take a look around again as well. So there's also a way to get up this way from the middle class port district. This is a kind of just a ramp area, general ramp area. Usually this is used for people to go see the king and whatnot. Not everyone goes up the ramps and stuff, because you know, not everyone needs to go see the king and whatnot. So pretty cool seating area. More cannon storages over here as well. Not too bad. It's pretty interesting. There's not many windows in this general castle. The reason why is protection. When there is a window, there's a general reason. So like over there would be that window is for like a dining hall and food area and whatnot. So pretty cool. Got some cannons. This is the back of the castle itself. Pretty cool. I did miss a spot where I see. Yep, right there. I missed a spot right there for painting, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. More cannons, ballistas, and whatnot. Just added more detail and stuff, but it's pretty cool. I generally think this castle is kind of weird looking, but also kind of interesting, to say the least, because I haven't seen anyone else build something like this. It's pretty cool, and I know Adobe's pretty hard to farm, so it's pretty impressive. If I actually built this in survival. Ha! In survival. Ha! Ha! Yeah. Takes forever to make. Anyways, let's continue. So, let's go through the poor entrance, or the middle class area over here. So, here's another entrance area. So, this is the courtyard area of the castle. A place for people to come and go, talk. There's sometimes shops get put up here for temporary selling for high goods and whatnot. And one of the main sources of water in the general castle area is right here. And you can see the throne room a little bit. We'll take a look at that in a minute as well. But yeah, so pretty much pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Not a lot of detail in it. I wanted to put more chests and whatnot, but the lag was just terrible. And if you know, when I try to place something on the structure in general, it lags like a lot. It goes down to 0.1 FPS, and that's not even an FPS, so it's pretty bad. It's really bad. So, yeah. Anyway, so here is the main castle keep itself, the main area to see the king and whatnot. Not too bad, pretty cool, I will say. It's kind of like a red carpet made out of stone, and we got on the walls on both sides next to the pillars to hold the castle up is the, I don't know, statues and heads of Megapithecus, the dragon, the broom mother, and the manicore. Just added some more decorations and stuff. But here is the king room, the throne room itself, which is really funny. I really like this. It kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones, but also doesn't. But hey, it is what it is. It's pretty funny. If you don't know what I'm talking about Game of Thrones, go watch Game of Thrones if you're old enough, because that's a pretty intense show. Anyway, so here's the throne room itself. They're worshiping dragon, and we got the king, queen, and his son. I guess you could say we have all the followers. There's probably a big meeting happening today. That's why there's lots of people in here. People can go from poor people all the way up to the rich. So yeah, lots of people, lots of Jerboas listening to the king today for some sort of thing. And also you have some guards. I forgot to put helmets on the guards, but it is what it is. You know what I mean. And also there is a drop down area to put down people in the dungeon. There is no dungeon because there's no room. But pretend if there was a dungeon, pretty much they would be dropped down below, tortured or whatnot, to be sentenced to death out into the gallows on the other side and whatnot. But pretty cool. So obviously these are the original artifacts. So the king has all of them, as well as the dragon head and whatnot. So he controls all the artifacts. So if you want to summon a boss, you have to go through him because he has the rights. I don't know. He just thinks he does, but he really doesn't. I don't know. Something that he thinks about. And also, I have some music. I wish there was some more music in the game because I would have added some more instruments. King always likes some instruments and whatnot to be played. Pretty interesting. But yeah, so the throne, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. This took me a couple hours to get right, because if you know, you cannot snap. These are dinosaur gates on the back, so you cannot put like ceilings or anything next to these because then it won't work. So I had to do is have it go out a little bit and kind of make a throne itself. But I think I did a pretty good job because it looks pretty cool. I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. And we can take a look at the king. Nothing too special. It's just a Jerboa sitting through the chair because it's bugged out for some reason. Who knows? But he is the king. He's the king of all the lands. The king of all the Jerboas. All the Jerboas! Anyways. Yeah, so that's the throne room. The king's room. Whatnot. I kind of put it on Twitter a couple days ago. Show an example of it. But I'm very happy with it. I'm very, very, very happy with it. And I don't know. I think I did a good job. I have no idea. But yeah. Oh yeah, and there was spikes. I had spikes on the back of it as well. I was trying to represent the Game of Thrones. If you don't know, the throne on Game of Thrones is like made out of swords and whatnot. It's very pointy, so I try to represent that in ARK. Not too hard, not too easy to do that. It kind of looks stupid, so I just left those like that. But yeah, so that's the throne room. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Tell me guys what you think about it. We're gonna start outside again. So we're on the second floor. Second floor is pretty much like, I don't know, war zone area. It's got a lot of ballistas and pretty much only ballistas because it's protecting the castle from dragons and whatnot and stuff. And pretty cool, pretty interesting. This is like the courtyard area itself. You can go up to the third, fourth floor for the castle. So whatever floor this is pretty interesting. It's pretty much a war area as well. On one side and the other one it's not. So here's a protection of cannons and whatnot, as well as a ballista, protect the castle. I don't know, just add some castle theme and make it look kind of cool. Very nice. On the other side though is pretty much a restaurant in the castle. Yes, for the wealthy and the king and queen, this is pretty much the restaurant that they come to every day. The king gets his meals made and whatnot. I don't know, it's just something funny. I just wanted to add lots of beer, lots of food, lots of everything. There's nothing being served or anything right now because it's in the morning or the afternoon or whatnot. So there's nothing to be prepared. I probably would prepare like all the time, but there's nothing to be prepared for this right now. Yeah, pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. So I guess we can take a look at the rest of the castle. So the next stage of the castle as well has lots of ballistas. Like you ain't kidding. Like, look at this. We are prepared for war. This is a war building now. Look at that. So many ballistas. So many ballistas. All the way around. Very cool. And then we can go even higher and higher and higher until it starts lagging. And then we're at the tippity top of the castle. Now, if you take a look at this, this is really tall. Like, this is really, really, really tall. I mean, look how tall that is. It's so tall. You don't really get a size of it until you like really look at it from the ground. So if we go back to the middle class area, take a look at the ground, it's very tall and it's also very cool. I wish, one thing I will change about the castle, my thoughts is I may not have changed the these pillars, the castle pillars itself. I wanted to put like maybe one here and maybe another one on the other side like this instead of having a one in the middle, because there was no really way to add another one. I mean, I guess it could have been one to add a one in the back, but I didn't really want to do that. So that's my only concern and complaint about having on that. And also it's very open in the inside. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I just there was no point because of the lag situation. These I what I would have done is got rid of these and added um would have added doors and whatnot to get in this way. I mean, there is doors here, but I just didn't bother here because I knew the lag situation was going to be too bad with this build that I just completely said screw it. It's going to be too bad. And also on the side of the castle as well, um, the side areas, it's pretty much plain open right now because just a lag situation. It's just too difficult to build and do detail work when the game is impossible to play at this point of this map. So I don't know. Anyways, that's it. I know it's laggy. I know I talked a lot. I really wanted to get my explaining and everything out on this build, and I'm very happy that we're finally done. In the comments down below, description, you can check out all the speed builds 1 through 12, and you can also check out the step-by-steps 1 through 12. You can check out all of that, learn how to build everything, and I probably will put them all in its own little playlist. Maybe I'll do that instead. Probably put it all in 2 separate playlists, or maybe 1 playlist in general. But I would love to hear what you think about this. I'm happy. 3 weeks of building this, and I think I did a pretty good job, and I'm really excited what we're going to be doing next for ARK, for building. And also, in the comments down below, feel free, tell me what you want me to build next in ARK Survival Evolve. If I can think about how to build it, maybe I can build it. It's not a guaranteed, but I'll try. And I like to get other ideas and whatnot. But I'm very happy, and I do have another plan for even cooler looking castle. I mean, this castle, I will have to say, pat on the back to myself, it looks probably one of the amazing. It's just amazing. I'm so in love with it, and I really can't wait to outdo myself once again building another castle like this grand of a scale. But anyways, that is it. If you guys liked the video, leave a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and tell me guys what your favorite part of the castle, the fortress, the whole shit, kabam, boom, bah, the whole thing. Tell me what your favorite thing is about it. I'd love to hear. Anyways, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.